Hello and welcome to Weekly Weird News, brought to you by Cutting the Bull in the Post-Truth Apocalypse. I'm Ben, and as always I'm hanging out with Mike,
hello,
Claire,
hey,
and Pete.
Hello.
And this is our side show, comes out on a Thursday usually, where we talk about the weird shit we found on the internet this week, and we bring it to you in an easy to digest list format in one after the other special mode.
Whoop, whoop.
Very well described.
I'm shocked by this news, actually.
Oh yeah?
I am shocked. I'm genuinely shocked. Explosion rocks Georgia Guidestones, dubbed America's Stonehenge. Well, it's not America's Stonehenge, but...
No.
I did these as an episode pick back in the day.
Yep. Does anyone know what it is?
No. We've talked about them a couple of times, haven't we, the Guidestones?
Pete's unsure. I haven't got a clue.
It's a collection of big stone tablets,
yeah,
and they give advice on how to survive an apocalypse, basically. It's written in several languages. You keep the population to this level, you do this, you do that.
Below 500,000.
Below 500,000 or 500 million?
No, 500,000. 500,000 what?
People on the world, they're suggesting.
It's like a set of rules or something.
You become one with nature.
How old are these stones?
Not that old, actually. They were put
80s?
up in 70s, something like that.
By eugenics?
No.
No. So we put them up.
Well, it was by somebody called R.C. Christian, which most people think is Rosicrucian Christian.
Yeah.
And it was funded by a consortium of local businesses and things, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Illuminati.
Yeah, a lot of people think
that's
that.
what they think.
The Illuminati, that's what, if you believe in what they believe in, if they're true, then yeah, that is the world population. It should only be like 500 million.
Yeah.
If the human race wants to survive, these are the rules it has to attend to, and I think there's... I'm not saying do it, and do it under my watch, but I think you've got to... If you do want the human race to survive and become this spacefaring species we should be, you've got to have certain rules in place.
Oh, have you now?
Maybe. Not these rules. I'm not saying these are right, but, you've got to push us along a little bit.
Where is this?
And what rules are these you on about?
I'm just going off the Emperor for 440,000, Autocracy, galactic conquest, just into a tube, making 20 super
Always
suns.
revert to your fascist nature, don't you?
So humanity secretly yearns for it, Mike. I'm not going to be genocidal, none of that, not interested in that. I'm going to have a benevolent dictator. It'll work, trust me. It's going to be a campaign slogan. It'll work, trust me. Now, a peculiar granite monument that some have dubbed America's Stonehenge by a conservative politician condemned as satanic was torn down on Wednesday by authorities in rural Georgia hours after it was heavily damaged in a bombing by vandals. Investigators from several law enforcement agencies converged on the site 100 miles east of Atlanta, seeking clues to the pre-dawn explosion that blew a portion of the 42-year-old monument called the Georgia Guidestones to pieces. The GBI, the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, later posted on its official Twitter feed a video clip of the blast caught on surveillance camera and separate footage of a car speeding away from the scene. It said that the remainder of the structure was deliberately demolished late in the day for safety reasons, with a photo showing the entire monument reduced to rubble. The initial damage was attributed to unknown individuals who detonated an explosive device at the site.
There is a video going around, isn't there? A CCTV camera, and you can see it. It just blows out one of the, what do you call them, columns, isn't it?
Yeah. One upright slab at the centre of four larger tablets arranged around it with a large rectangular capstone placed atop the others. It was erected in 1980 in the middle of a large field near the town of Alberton in Georgia off Highway 77 and was listed as a tourist attraction. The slabs were engraved with an enigmatic message in 12 languages calling for the preservation of humankind by limiting the world's population to fewer than 500 million people in perpetual balance with nature. They also functioned as an astronomical calendar Arranged to let sunlight shine through a narrow hole in the structure at noon every day to illuminate engraved dates.
Illuminate? Illuminati.
Oh, well, in that case, Satan is the Illuminati, isn't he?
Yeah, of course.
Well, I'm not surprised someone has taken offence to this and blown it up.
Oh, it's just some fucking Christian lunatic.
Yeah. Because when I first read everything that was on him, I was just like, right, okay. Well, how can that be achieved about a lot of people dying? You know.
There you go.
I think it's meant to guide us after an apocalyptic event and a rebuilding of society.
Okay.
Think of the times. Cold War. Still not at peace with Russia and shit.
Like
like
the 80s saw the peak in Cold War tensions.
Yeah, so I suppose I could see why that could have been put there. Might have been thinking the worst. Yeah, those times maybe.
The way I always interpret these is not saying how we should live now, it's how we should live in the event of something goes drastically wrong.
What, we've got a major reset.
Yeah, we've got a major reset, whether that's nuclear
the Great
war.
Reset.
The Great Reset, the plague. I'm thinking something more like apocalyptic rather than just an economic function.
I'm just saying they call it the Great Reset, don't they?
A lot of people keep screaming about it.
Yeah.
The Great Reset.
I've heard it a few times.
You know, part of me is in favour of it, part of me isn't. I like the idea where all my credit rating goes back to normal. I like that idea. I don't like the idea that if you're on a house...
do that every 50 years.
Not anymore.
In ancient societies.
Did they?
Yeah.
It's because most people died at 35 or 40.
Well, actually, it was usually after each king died. About 50 years.
Oh, you'd be gutted if you had a child king come on, wouldn't you?
Because they knew that over time, if you don't reset debt, you get people accumulating more and more and more wealth and leaving less for the people. They knew in them days it was not a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll look into that. You're going to be going back a fair bit for that, though, aren't you?
Yeah, obviously.
Where do you think you're looking at civilization-wise in that?
Probably before the Romans and that, isn't it? I don't know.
Before the Greeks, probably.
Yeah.
You'd be going back to proper old days, Babylon and all that, wouldn't you? Alexandria, maybe.
But apparently, they used to cancel debt every time the king died.
Well, they should do that now. Actually, no, they shouldn't. We've fucking Liz has been on the throne for fucking years. So they die off in battle anymore, is it?
No.
You think about it, if you take out a loan just for a major war and your king dies in battle, you're laughing.
Yeah.
Send us a war.
She ain't got long left, let's face it. Come on, she's 96. She ain't got...
Send us a war, Pete. We're going to be fighting a war somewhere. Send us the Ukraine. Give a personal command of a British battalion.
Right? Attack!
I want to see the Queen in a full field marshal uniform with a sword leading the charge on a stick.
I'm just
On a
picturing it
corgi.
now.
On several corgis, why not?
Like a chariot.
Yeah.
No, I was just kind of picturing her corgis armoured up like either side of her. Just like charging with her.
She'd have a horse, technically,
She'd
wouldn't
be a
she?
chariot and they'd be pulling her along like Bodicea.
Oh yeah, with the big wheel blades.
Yeah.
That'd be sweet. That'd be sweet as. Do that. Why didn't she do that on the Jubilee?
I might write to her next year on your 71st Jubilee.
Yep. Moving on.
Go on then, yep.
Police rumble fake IPL cricket league.
This is fantastic.
Okay.
But the headline, it's not that great. This is ingenuity.
Police in India have arrested a group of con men who set up a fake version of cricket's Indian Premier League and fooled gamblers in Russia. Punters parted with more than 300,000 rupees, almost $4,000, police said. The con men staged the match on a farm in Gujarat, paying labourers to pose as players, sporting jerseys of real IPL teams with a bogus umpire instructed to signal a boundary or wicket. They even hired a man to mimic famous cricket commentator Harsha Bogle.
I love it. They put some effort into this. I like it.
Players were paid around 400 rupees, that's $5 per game, and broadcast the matches live over a YouTube channel called IPL.
Yeah.
The channel would never show a wide shot of the pitch, and crowd noise sound effects were downloaded from the internet and played through a speaker. The tournament began 3 weeks after the actual IPL concluded in May, police said. Despite this, the con men managed to reach the quarter-final stage of the so-called Indian Premier Cricket League before police stopped play.
Well, as you said, fucking hilarious.
I love it.
Genius. I want to meet these guys.
They're even doing it for the gamblers. I love it. So read the last bit, Mike. Russian gamblers.
Russian gamblers placed bets on a Telegram channel set up by the gang, who then alerted the fake umpire using walkie-talkies. The fake umpire would then signal the bowler and batsman to hit a 6-4 or get out. They arrested 4 people in connection with the case.
Betting on cricket is illegal in India. It's a national sport and it's illegal.
Plus they're conning Russians, weren't they?
Well, they were cutting Russians, which is more funny. Listener, I will apologise. It's 30 degrees in the UK tonight when we're recording, and you will get some background noise. But we've got to have the window open, otherwise we're all literally cooking our own juices.
You can hear the rabid dogs outside, can't you?
There is rabid dogs outside. They're probably pulling a pensioner to their death as we speak.
Oh, yeah. It's only Mavis.
Yeah, she was
alright.
a bitch.
Yeah.
At least she's not shouting at night anymore. In her dementia screams, because there's no mental health care anymore.
Sex slave woman wanted for burglary. A woman who had 5 pit bull puppies cloned in South Korea is now wanted in Tennessee on burglary charges. Lawyers there said today Joyce McKinley, 58, was accused of telling a 15-year-old boy to burgle a house to raise cash to buy a false leg for a horse.
What the fuck is this story?
What the fuck? She fled Britain in 1977 to avoid a trial for allegedly abducting a Mormon missionary and making him a sex slave. What the fuck?
What the fuck
There's
is
a lot to pick apart here. What's the pick?
I know.
What?
Yeah, as the caption says at the top, a lot to chew on here.
Yeah. Hell of an article, isn't it?
What a life that woman's led.
So a woman who had 5 pit bull puppies, so she cloned puppies in South Korea,
Yeah.
Okay.
and then she got a 15-year-old boy to burgle a house to raise cash to buy a false leg for a horse. And she allegedly fled Britain in 1977 for allegedly abducting a Mormon missionary and making him a sex slave.
None of this makes sense, because if you've got a really lame leg and they're to be ridden, well, that's it usually.
Maybe this horse has been
Yeah.
retired.
Still.
Yeah, but even way.
Maybe this is like, she may have tried to make a Mormon missionary a sex slave in the year that Star Wars came out. But maybe she turned her life around and she's this retired horse needing a new leg, so she sent a 15-year-old to burgle a house to raise cash. Maybe it was her pet horse.
And then, obviously, via South Korea, where she cloned 5
And
pit
then
bull
she
puppies.
thought that she'd have some 5 pit bull puppies cloned in South Korea. Even though I assume she lives in Tennessee. Maybe that clones are like her favourite ever dog.
Possibly, I'll have 5 of them, yeah.
Yeah.
They'll have the same temperament, look
Yeah.
about them.
Yeah, but she's in
Isn't it
burgling
cloning?
houses.
She's sending sort of burgle houses for her.
Cloning's not allowed, is it?
No.
No, I
It should
thought it
be.
wasn't.
I think it should be.
No, you can clone pets now. Pretty sure.
I think there might be somewhere that does it, but they would. Thing is, there's no
Maybe not in
guarantee they're
Britain.
going to work out the same way as your pet, are they? Same as a person, it's all about the raising of them. You can't identically raise somebody or something. So let's say that I had
something along that journey that's different.
Yeah, I mean, let's say that I had cloned my last dog, Blue.
Mm-hmm.
He wouldn't be the same Blue because he wouldn't have had the life experiences or that moulded him into being who he was.
Yeah, but they now think that memories are sometimes preserved in the cells. Like this one person had kidney or something, and all of a sudden they like gardening or was it cleaning houses?
Maybe they were approaching 40 like Claire.
I know, vacuum cleaning.
And thought, you know what? I'm a gardener now. Maybe that just happened to him.
Maybe.
There's a lot to unpack in that story.
Not really. All they're doing is they're giving a description of the woman. So she's a woman who's had 5 pit bulls cloned in South Korea. There's nothing to do with the story, is it?
No, it's
and
not.
Then they're just saying that.
She's had a lot.
So she's 58. She's been arrested for trying to get a 15-year-old to burgle a house to get money for a false leg for a horse.
Yeah, which is also...
And then they say, and she's also got a past and here's the past. You know what I mean? That's.
Do you think the horse would be like a horse's false leg would be like a giant Oscar Pistorius leg? Like a giant running blade.
But then do you think...
Because I reckon that horse would be fucking fast on one of them.
Yeah, but then that horse would shoot its girlfriend and try and pretend that you thought it was somebody breaking in.
Well, unless she's going to make it a kind of horse gun, I can't see how the horse is going to pull the trigger pin.
He'll find a way.
Could put like wheels on it or something and make it into a rocking horse. Living rocking horse.
That's really fucking cruel, man. Here's me wanting the horse to have a fucking successful racing career again. On its Oscar Pistorius blade, and then maybe accidentally shoot his girlfriend in self-defense / murder. You know, I want to have the peaks and as well as the trough, and you're just like, just put some fucking wheels on him and turn him into a rocking horse.
I wanted him shot straight away because he's only got 3 legs. So.
Yeah,
Fucking hell, Claire.
His mane, put him down.
It's not. It's a workhorse.
Fucking hell.
He could still live in
They
some
have the technology,
pastures.
they can rebuild him.
He could still live in some nice pasture and eat as much grass as he wants.
You've got to feed him. You've still got to feed him feed.
Why did she clone the horse? She's cloned the dog.
Why didn't you clone the horse?
It might come out with only 3 legs.
What if the horse is actually going to be fighting? What if a new horse is actually 5 pit bulls in a horse suit?
What?
It was cheaper to clone 5 pit bulls in a horse, so she's going to raise the pit bulls in a horse suit and train them to act as a horse.
What would you just call the dogs, like left leg?
They figure it out, they'd be trained, so you just call the horse, I don't know, Ned or whatever, and then it would have to be 5 pit bulls in a horse suit. 5 being the optimal number of pit bulls.
Horse, wouldn't it?
5 being the optimal number of pit bulls you need to get dogs to work a horse suit.
Small but big.
Don't mess with the science, Mike.
Unless you had the pit bulls on their hind legs.
Oh shit!
Of course it would be. You'd have 4 of them on their hind legs and 1 operating the head.
With little joysticks.
Yeah. Of course you would. Also operate a wire-controlled tail at the back. Come on. Mike, you don't dispute the science on this. It's workable, you know it. I've put this to you many times, you always turn it down.
Get a raccoon to control it all.
Raccoons can't do it, it's got to be dogs. They always end up eating from the garbage with raccoons.
I take it no one's seen that film, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
No, you're pissing on the wrong tree there, just like one of these staffies.
There's a universe where raccoons control people.
Interesting. What a terrifying universe that must be.
Better than the hot dogs to fingers.
Yeah, it would be.
Good film if you get to see it, it's quite funny.
Alright, next one. I eat dog food for breakfast, dinner and tea because I can't afford real food.
Bullshit.
I thought this.
Yeah, a university student has taken to Reddit to share he started eating dog food on a regular basis and now he has a real taste for it. Well, I guess, it's full of meaty goodness. Jelly.
That's the same dog we saw.
Yeah, it's a stock photo.
The other week.
He's not a dog, he's a man anyway.
So he was speaking to Reddit. The man explained how he ate his way through a bowl of dog food as a dare before discovering he had a taste
So
for
he
it.
wasn't broke then, it was a dare.
Yeah.
If you can afford dog food, you can afford human food.
Yeah, you can afford
obviously.
spaghetti hoops.
Yeah.
Rice and beans.
Yeah. Couple of fucking super noodles. The Asda's fucking smart price at like 20p a pack. Or
He only eats the dry food anyway, so he's just eating biscuits.
Yeah.
He ain't opening tins of fucking slop then.
No, he's opening tins of Camelot or
Why do they
whatever it was.
even try and make news out of this shite?
It's the Mirror.
Yeah. The Mirror's one of the better papers, weirdly, but anything's news nowadays, remember that? It's 24/7 news. You need shit to fill up the time slots. Scrolling.
People obviously suggested visit food banks. You shouldn't be eating dog food because inexpensive dog food is loaded with filler ingredients that are barely digestible. Basically, you'll poop more and not get the nutrients you're expecting. It is also not subject to the same regulations as human food. It often contains ground up animal parts like chicken beaks, bones and feathers.
I'm sure the human race is eating worse.
Well, yeah, but not nowadays, is it?
Anybody who goes to McDonald's?
Yeah. Other burger outlets are available, Pete.
Sorry.
Yeah.
And you could get sick because the food isn't handled with as much care as human food.
The only fairness though, dogs' digestive systems are fucking like... They just drink out of a puddle and be fine. We couldn't do that.
No.
So he's eating it because he likes the taste of it.
I used to eat dog biscuits when I was a kid. Like the Bonio. Like the ones that are like little
No, yeah.
I might explain
As a
a few
kid.
things.
No, because they are literally just biscuit.
Well, you mean like that steel collar mark that's up when he ingrained in his neck where he's come to the cupboard on
Every time
chains?
Zach walks, he's always pissing at
It
lampposts.
clearly, ruff, never affected me. Ruff.
Pete, stop licking your balls!
What's that got to do with anything? I do that all the time anyway. No, it's just biscuit, isn't it?
It's meat flavoured biscuit, isn't it?
Not necessarily. Not all of them. Some of them are, yeah. But when I was a kid, it was just they were just literally like very plain biscuit. If you looked at the
Like the red
ingredients, it was just like fucking wheat, flour, pinch of salt. Not even a pinch of salt. It'd be like the tiniest pinch of salt in a whole fucking vat. Like it was flavourless. But as a kid,
I once ate a cat treat. I remember now.
as a kid, just kind of liked them. They weren't because they didn't have a bad flavour in any way, shape, or form. They were just a very plain biscuit.
Oh, Pete's mum couldn't afford rusks.
You know what, Claire?
Nope.
I'd eat a rusk right now.
Yeah.
I used to play with an old rusty wheel and a stick. Used to let it go all the way down the hill, and then we'd have to walk it all the way back up again. But then it would go down again. It was brilliant. Kept us busy for hours.
So there you go. Rusty wheels and dog food, the staple of Pete's childhood.
Wait till I tell you about the time we found one with an inner tube on. Oh my god!
Let's say that for the time.
You nearly shat yourself with excitement, I bet.
Moving on.
Moving on from there.
Soon, Alexa could be equipped to
Oh.
speak in your deceased relative's voice.
Nope, don't want that.
Say,
What?
spooky as fuck. Fuck off.
Do you not want that shit?
No.
And the thing is, you know,
That's
that even
different.
if, because it's recording you all the fucking time.
It
Let's
is
say your mum and dad,
important.
your elderly parents have got an Alexa, yeah? It's recording their voice constantly. There's no reason it couldn't fucking just do it on its own if there's a bit of a glitch, could it?
See, I can understand people like recording their parents' voices and things like that. So when they are gone, they can listen back to their voices because they say it's one of the things you can forget is how they sounded. So I can understand that, but getting Alexa to speakers then,
That's creepy. That's
That
not
is a
moving on at all,
because
is
you
it?
can have a conversation with Alexa, pretty much, can't you? So nah.
I always said to stop spying on me.
What did she say?
She says that she doesn't, but I don't believe her.
Only when the ring light's on are they recording and listening, aren't
So
they?
they say. They're listening all the time. They're waiting for that fucking "Hey Alexa." They're always waiting for it.
They're just picking up patterns like Alexa, da da da, you know, when people are saying it, surely. It's not constantly recording you.
Oh, it is.
It's constantly listening out.
Oh, our phones are listening to us right now.
Yep.
How many times have we been speaking about something?
Yeah, and it's
And
come up.
You type in like one word,
Mine's got.
and it could be like "who," and it comes up with exactly what you're wanting. You're like, how the fuck did it know that is what I
Mine's
was going
got
to ask?
facial recognition, right? And now it knows what I look like with my sunglasses on. You give it permission to update, so it takes photos of you to update your face. So like I've got a bit of a beard now. So it's like, oh, who the fuck's that?
Is it taking pictures of you when you're having a crafty wanks? Is it?
Nah, 'cause I don't use my phone. I use my tablet.
It's all right then.
But in my sunglasses on, it now unlocks. We never used to before, but now it does. They're always doing something, and you can't tell me they're not always listening. We spoke about lederhosen before, completely randomly on the show. Lederhosen. A few days later, what do I got on Amazon ads on Facebook? Buy some lederhosen.
How random is that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're always listening.
Yeah.
You know, one of us is going to get lederhosen ad
Yeah.
again in the next
No.
week. I hope so. It'll be so funny if it is. If it is, I will share it on our
Gotta buy it. Whoever
page.
gets it has got to buy it.
I'm not wearing lederhosen in this heat, Claire. Leather trousers, it's bad enough in jogging bottoms.
Oh, it's the odd shit.
I'll wait till winter when then.
I'm not wearing lederhosen full stop.
What about in Oktoberfest?
Yeah.
I reckon I could rock some leather shorts.
By the way you inflected your voice, Pete, I imagine you already do.
Just don't wear another cap.
And you mocked your furry cousin, and here you are, sitting there in leather shorts.
Yep.
Pervert.
Oh, shit.
Where were we on this story?
Yes, Amazon had a conference in Las Vegas and they presented a demo video of the voice mimicking feature at the event. In the demo video, a child is seen asking the Amazon Echo Dot, Alexa, can Grandma finish reading me The Wizard of Oz?
Oh, that's creepy as fuck, because Grandma's got to finish The Wizard of Oz so Alexa can record her.
No, they only need to record less than a minute of someone's voice and they can do it. To which Alexa's voice responds okay and then proceeds to read in the requested voice. While AI can't eliminate that pain of loss, it can definitely make their memories last, said Prasad at the event.
I don't like it. This podcast is my legacy. When I'm dead, at least people can listen to my voice. It's recorded, it's on the internet, it's there forever.
See, I
Fucking egomaniac, isn't he? When I'm dead, I want people to listen to my voice.
Yeah, mate, I want a fucking... Mate, I want a statue. I want a pyramid.
Is it going to be replayed in your pyramid?
Maybe.
Echo in a row.
Yeah.
With his relics.
I'll cut all us out, it would just be his voice on the pod.
The show wouldn't be the same without you guys. I appreciate all of you.
Along with his foreskin.
Well,
And his
all his
nipples.
all his download wristbands.
I keep them all, Claire. Keep them all.
That's his relics of Saint Ben.
Yeah. What's the problem? I want a statue. I want to be remembered.
Saint Benjamin of Dawley.
Oh, Alexa already has a voice synthesizing feature that mimics voices of celebrities such as Shaq O'Neal and Samuel L. Jackson.
Ooh, and R2D2.
R2D2.
That's what goes.
Yeah.
I want Samuel L. Jackson to read the motherfucking story.
Yeah. You want the motherfucking lights on?
See, I don't like the voice thing. I wouldn't like to fucking hear something my nan had read to me. But my own immortality is just a lot more physical, I'm afraid, rather than my... I want the statue, I want the streets named after me, I want the pyramid.
So
Back to that old chestnut.
So-
We were moving on.
So do you just want
Samuel L.
it to
Jackson.
play your voice? Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah.
So you could just talk to yourself all day
And the people that come to visit.
and hear your own voice all day. That'd be yeah.
And the mourners who are forced to shuffle past and cry.
There you go.
Let's move on quickly.
If they don't cry, they're beaten.
Whoa, I like this one. I like the sound of this one.
I thought you would, Pete. I saw this and I thought, Pete will love that.
So, YouTube personality, Coyote Peterson, if nobody is familiar with him, he gets stung by a lot of stuff. Is anybody here familiar with him?
I've heard of him. I've never
So
really watched him
he
stuff.
literally gets stung by the worst things that can sting you.
For a living?
Kind of, I
Like,
guess.
that makes him sting.
He basically goes out to wherever these bugs are and he captures one and he shows you, like, look, you can get stung by one of these, it ain't going to kill you, but it's going to fucking hurt.
But it might
I'm
do
gonna
it. It's
show you.
anti-venoming.
Oh, he has got a EpiPen with him.
Yeah,
and that.
yeah,
Like,
thank
he
God for
does
that.
say, like, obviously, I don't encourage this, but what his point is to show people that, look...
Was it how much it takes to get them to bite you?
Yeah, they're not just going to do it. You have to fucking force them to do it. And if they do, it's not going to kill you. It's going to hurt. Some worse than others, but he gets stung by
He's been beaten to
all
that. Some guy did that in the 1800s, isn't he, Ben? And they got stung by everything and wrote a description.
Oh,
Apparently-
yeah.
Was it the
And
bullet
then
ant was the worst one? I
Yeah,
think.
that's kind of what he's going
Yeah.
with. He's kind of doing that, but he's beat the bullet ant. He's found ones that are worse than the bullet ant now.
Ah.
But yeah, anyway, so this is who Coyote Peterson is. And he claims to have found a Bigfoot skull in British Columbia.
God, we stole that too.
Looks like a monkey head, doesn't it?
Looks a bit like a gorilla skull to me, but...
Well, yeah,
Update.
that's what I was just looking at.
This is confirmed to be a viral marketing stunt to drive
Oh,
traffic to Coyote Peterson's YouTube channel.
Ah.
What a surprise, load of bollocks.
Oh, so it is bollocks then. Well, basically...
Well, it was weird news until I read that disclaimer. Sorry, guys.
We had the description of Cody
I only saw that, yesterday.
Well, that's been debunked quite quickly, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ah. Well, he found a large skull, apparently. That's what they're saying.
Oh, well, let's skip that bit and we'll find another article.
No, we'll be alright, we've done enough now.
Nah, it doesn't matter. We got to speak about Cody
He's probably
Pearson
found it, and then someone's misreported it. He's just like, oh, it could be a monkey, it could be a... We don't really know.
Apparently the entire event was staged.
Oh.
There's no truth to any claim.
This is always my point. This is what I always go back to with this stuff. Is if you're trying to make money out of it, we can't trust you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that goes for ghost hunters, that goes for guys who hunt Bigfoot, that goes for alien guys. If you're making money out of this, I don't trust you.
How do you do it nowadays, though, without making money out of it?
Jack Osborne's doing the Bigfoot at the moment, isn't he?
Yeah, he did it.
Not literally doing the Bigfoot.
Live streaming it.
Jay from Jay and Silent
He
Bob.
found one.
He did it with Jay from Jay and Silent Bob.
Always a big one.
It was quite amusing, actually. I've watched it. It's quite amusing. Just watching Jay, because he is just exactly as he is in the films.
But they're making money out of it, so you can't trust them either, can you?
No.
If it's their career, that's what I look at. His career is as a YouTube artist, that's his career.
Yeah.
Don't believe everything you see and hear.
Yeah, because they're doing it for money.
Analyse it.
And the more they have to lose, if you've got a YouTube channel, all of a sudden you've been bitten by everything they can fucking give you a nasty bite, what do you do then? Well, I've got to go and find a Bigfoot skull, haven't I? People think I'm some kind of wild expert. I go find a Bigfoot skull. I'll talk that aliens are actually pigeons watching us. You know, Nick Poke of the week, they could be alien drones.
Oh, they could be.
They could be.
Highly unlikely.
It's really unlikely though, isn't it?
Of course it
but
is.
He's being paid for that, and we all need to be aware of that.
Yeah.
If you're being paid to fucking promote this truth, then you're going to promote it.
Yeah.
But say, if you wanted to make a programme, like a documentary, but not get paid for it, how would you go about that to get it out there? Do you know what I mean? It doesn't...
Well, this is what the whole system falls down,
because
isn't it?
You've always got the cost, so you have to outlay the cost somehow. So obviously, you'd sell it to the Discovery Channel or whoever at a price that would be allow you to pay your camera crew and things like that.
But in theory, the best evidence would be like us lot went out in the woods with some cameras, and filmed this thing and then put it on YouTube.
Well, the best thing would be a live specimen.
No lies, and then we tranquilised one. I don't want to shoot a Bigfoot.
No,
I
but you
couldn't
might
shoot
come
a
across
Bigfoot.
a dead Bigfoot. No one ever does, do they?
No.
So, I mean, you never see anything.
Because they're multi-dimensional, Mike.
Yeah.
Well, not just that, because if they are as secretive as they say they are, then
maybe.
if one dies, they make sure that the remains are got rid of.
Or maybe there's some kind of Bigfoot burial ground that we don't know of.
Likely. Could be
Or a Bigfoot graveyard, like the elephant graveyard, where the elephant's going to die.
Could be in the bottom of some fucking nasty cave that
You don't
humans
know.
won't go into because we're too afraid to.
Or we just haven't found it.
Yeah.
Too afraid to go into that cave.
Oh, yeah.
He look good on key, motherfucker.
Unless you're a proper fucking expert cave diver or whatever you'd call it.
Or maybe we haven't found it.
Door, because there's something down there.
Fuck me, man. That's an 80s reference. Trapdoor.
Made my daughter cry, that did.
It did?
Yeah. Not through fear or anything like that, through sadness.
It's good, that, wasn't it?
Because the one of them dies in one of the episode, and Livy was watching it. She was only about 4 or 5, and she started crying, bless her. We were like, what's the matter? And then she showed me what the episode was. She showed me. I was like, oh.
Oh man, at 4 years old I was watching Sink the Bismarck and Battle of Britain on repeat.
Explains a lot.
Alright, should we end it there?
Yeah, man.
We can do. Alright, I'm Ben, thank you very much for listening, and... Oh shit.
You fucked it. I've been Mike. Thanks for listening. Peace out, may the force be with you.
And I've been Claire. Don't...
I'm in Ben, don't blow up the Georgia Guidestones.
Don't what?
Don't blow up the Georgia Guidestones,
Why
twats.
not? They're shit anyway.
Why the
aren't
fuck
they?
not? They're cool, man.
What? Oh, I don't think they're cool at all.
I think they're cool. It's not, you don't have to believe in what they say. You just think, oh, yeah, it's kind
You
of...
shouldn't go blowing up public art though.
It's art, man.
It's not art.
Yeah.
It's not my type of art, but
Neither. Yeah, who gives a shit about it?
yeah.
I kind of like it. I'm not saying that I abide by the rules or nothing. I'm just.
And I've been Claire, don't clone dogs and take missionaries as sex slaves.
And I've
Maybe they enjoy it.
I think he was just dragged along with it, you know.
And I've been Pete. Yeah, Coyote Peterson. Sell out, motherfucker. Got me excited.
You crippled Pete's dreams.